There was a lot of police action going on here, and not sure what is going on, so we thought we'd come and be supportive, because you never know what these people are up to and what they're capable of. You see it over and over and over. Oh my God. So frustrating. So once again, as you know, that one of my YouTubes got taken down because their music was blaring in the background, which I think was so illegal because it was playing on the streets. They just get away with all these criminal acts. I don't get it. So I hear the kids around the corner. So we're here to support. Thank you guys for jumping on with me. I was in the middle of working. As I mentioned, I was doing evening. Actually, you guys, I'm doing better. I'm bringing my glasses so I can see your comments. So hold on, we're pulling them out here. Okay, there, perfect. Okay, so here's our kids down here. They're protesting. And God, if you guys have not listened to Liz Ferris and the breakthrough and breakdown, I want to call it, because a lot of times the breakthrough and the breakdown, sorry, I just got distracted. I want to say it's, you know, with every breakthrough, the breakdown is even harder, because it is an awareness that all of a sudden they start to experience, and it starts to hit so many damn triggers. Here, check this out, you guys. These kids are just so, good morning. Hey. Ben Bang, where are you? Good terminology. Yeah, breakthrough, breakdown. I was sharing that with Serge this morning. Hey, baby, how are you? No, what happened?
I was gotten by the police. I got attacked by the woman.
Here, hold, let me turn around.
I got attacked by the woman, and I can't even screen record, screen capture what happened, because there's no, like, it won't, it's like choppy. Where can I go where I can just quickly go and screen capture that, and it's not going to be choppy?
Well, it's just kind of like, I think they may have scramblers, so it just depends.
Maybe like a block away.
Maybe just.
Will you go with me a block away?
Can I follow you and you share it with me? Yeah, let's do it. Come on, I'll share it. Okay.
I know. I'm so
Yeah.
I'll come right back.
Yeah, I feel like they have scramblers sometimes.
Like, it's forever to show the police even. Hi, Scotty. Thank you. He was there for me.
So what happened?
I'm like, oh, let me show you. I made all these signs.
Are you okay? That's
Yeah,
my first
I'm okay.
question. Okay.
I made all these signs.
Right.
Because this is a music event for like new people in Hollywood who are trying to be musicians. And Sarge, I got attacked by a woman, and the police they were mean to me. They were mean. I'm trying to walk away with you can come too.
She
I'm trying
is.
to screen capture my live, but it's like really choppy. So Michael recommended we walk a block away.
Yeah, just.
But look, like I brought these signs. Like I'm like, this woman's like comes up and I'm like, this is not a music event. Danger. Like, I'm being the kindest person out here. I'm like, danger, don't go inside. Is this fine, you think?
Yeah, you probably should be better here.
I hear okay.
Yeah.
And
So let's find out what happened.
I'm just gonna screen capture so you
Yeah.
guys can watch what happened exactly.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna end the live for a second. I'm gonna come right back. Thanks for being here. Okay. So I'm new to this.
And we're okay to copy your screen.
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Okay. So we can share it with the others.
Yes. So creator tools. I'm new to this. I have this.
Yeah. So here we are once again. You
I'm
know.
so shaken up. They have me like I'm on the floor over there.
Yeah, I saw you on the ground, and I was wondering what was going on. I was like, I was just hoping that you were okay.
I'm like, look, officer, you can hear my voice. I'm an elementary school teacher. And he tried to get me to say I'm part of an organization. He's like, what? So what's this organization called? I'm like, my name is Mindy Willens. And he's like, but what organization are you? Is it a nonprofit? I'm like, I'm an individual who cares about the people inside.
The kids inside, right? We're all individuals
I'm
here.
like, I'm
We're
an elementary school teacher. You can hear it in my voice. Like, all the language leading up to the attack is like kind language from me.
Yeah, that's my philosophy too. For me, it's like being
We're the
from
good guys. We need to act like the good guys.
Yeah.
Let them be the bad guys.
Yeah.
So how do I do this? Live, and then
Go to your
replay,
channel and play.
And then it's this one.
And hit the arrow. There you go.
And then it's like all close to the end. And then I want to make sure. See, there's all this.
Yeah, it's
for a long time. Hold on. It's like almost at the end. It'll take a second. Sorry, everyone. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
We're gonna get this.
Do we need to walk like a little further?
No, it's just.
This is what was happening with the police. It took forever.
Yeah, it's just buffering because you moved it so far ahead, so it's catching up right now. So just give it a chance, okay?
All right. Oh no, here. Oh yeah, this is so here. Hold on, just a little bit back there, to when her card, like for the whole scene.
Yeah, and this is just what we do. Hey, Joe.
Do we need to? Okay, I'm at the corner. It happens. Should we take a couple more feet that way?
It's just probably we could.
It's really choppy. I think
Okay, we're gonna put pause on it right now. Okay. Anyway, so we're just looking for a place that we're not so in the noise of. What first grade school teacher?
My current student's in third grade, but
third grade.
Privately with
Right,
families.
you told me that, right, and I love that. So she works privately with families, and she's like such a giving, loving person, and. Okay, so she's doing better. Okay, so we're gonna flip it around again, guys.
Until you guys saw it.
Oh, right. Yeah, just.
It's this white car that's coming up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
This car. This is the worst, guys.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Just let it be. It's part of it, honey.
Okay.
Just let it be.
You're used to this.
Yeah, I do it.
People in through the side. Are you here for the music event? It's not a music event. Danger.
And that could have been the buffering that was happening when you were recording too. So just so you know that.
Oh,
It's not a music event. Are you here for the music event? Are you here for the music event?
Yeah.
It's like the last 2 minutes of the whole thing is the important.
Do you speak English?
It's okay.
Hi.
I'm an English teacher, guys. I wasn't shaming him for not
This is
speaking
not a
English.
music event, guys.
Oh, he's the Uber driver.
Yeah, he's the Uber driver, but the woman's in the back is the one who
Right.
attacked me.
Yeah, these people are so ruthless in what they.
It's an Uber, yeah. I'm not terrified, Elaine. I have everyone behind us.
And this buffering just allows you to take a deep breath and breathe.
Oh, thank you. I needed that. I'm like so heightened. I'm like, my default is pretty heightened.
Yeah, no, it's
This
triggering.
is not a music event. Are you here for the music event? Oh, you're already Scientology.
So that's the woman, you guys.
Yeah, this is her. You'll get a close-up of her face. She comes right up at my camera before she grabs it.
And they think they're above the law, and the police protects them all the time.
That's why. Hi, can someone screenshot this woman? You have a family out there who's probably worried about you.
I gotta work on my messaging.
Don't worry about you, honey. Just be you. That's
Just
all you have to
you.
be you. We all have different voices.
This is not a true organization that's built on anything but women who's, yeah, wasting your time. Like,
Well, she doesn't want to waste her time, you guys. Thank God she doesn't want to waste her time, but she does want to assault her. So nice to know.
Yeah, and if she has kids, I hate to see how she treats her kids.
right.
Whoa, whoa.
What the hell?
Sorry, it repeats the end, I guess. This didn't happen twice.
Okay,
But
well,
it keeps going.
Look
It
at
goes.
this
It keeps going for another
white
couple.
entitled woman that's allowed to assault on a public sidewalk that the LAPD leadership is all about enabling. Look at that.
You guys, she attacked me! This woman attacked me! You guys!
Okay. And then when she ran off, I was like, you guys, they were ahead. The police wouldn't do anything. There were like 4 police cars. I was like, help. And they were letting her go. And we're like, get her, stop her. And they're like, can't you see we're busy with something else? And we're like, she attacked me. And this specific one, I'll show you a picture of a screenshot of him, was the worst. He was so mean to me the whole time. And every moment I was the most respectful. Honestly, this guy, the worst one. So he's the one who was gonna let her go. He's the one who told me to, he was really rude. He was like, relax. Can't you just wait a minute? And
Leadership of the LAPD, rein your force. This is what in the hell you're doing.
This is his card right here. I have
Let's
it.
okay,
check the
good.
card.
Let's see the card. Take
And I
your
asked him
time.
for his card, and he was not giving it to me. And I
They
was like,
have to, by law,
I
they
said,
have to.
Excuse me, but whatever is I have the right to have by law as an American. I want that information, please. And he's like, can you just relax? Can you hold on a minute? And I was like, absolutely. He's like, you can't hold on a minute. And I was like, I'll hold on.
No, they're
Please
ruthless.
Don't forget about me. I said. He gave me this later. He was really not nice. He was telling the other guy that if I press charges on the woman, that he'll arrest me too. And I was like,
So great to know, LAPD, that everyone that gets assaulted also gets
threatens
arrested.
to be arrested.
So,
And then her husband came and he got up close to me. He's like, so why did you attack my wife? And I was like, I didn't. And he's like, yeah, you did. You attacked her. And he started intimidating me. And I was like, I'm not talking to you. He's like, well, I'm talking to you and I can talk to anyone I want. This is a public sidewalk. I was like, officer, he's making me very intimidated. Can we walk in private, please? And then the Squirrel Squad kind of made a wall for me. And I could hear him arguing about it. He, the husband, owns this bar right there. We found out. I think so. They all know what bar. They know what it's
great,
called.
you guys.
He's
So-
the owner, and he was so like all the way up to the end. Like I was like, look, I was like, he kept trying to look at my phone. I was like, I'm not comfortable with him looking at my phone. Officer, can we please go into private, you and me?
Beautiful.
You
Yeah,
and me,
you have
else?
your rights, honey. You have
And
your
he was
rights.
like, I can look anywhere I want. He was really intimidating. His wife attacked me. I'm an elementary school teacher. I'm like you heard my voice, and when I was showing the officer, I'm like, listen to my voice, like look at my messaging. My messaging is like, be careful, like danger, like I'm not attacking, I'm not harassing, I'm not name calling, I'm not. And everyone in my chat knows I don't tolerate that in my chat.
Yes.
Because we're the good guys, and everything we do will be taken out of context and used against us.
Absolutely. 100%.
He owns Sandy's.
The other side
Sandy's.
I made one side for new people, musicians who are unsuspecting to come in.
Right.
And then one side for current members who, if we see people.
Oh,
who are
La
current members.
La Plus Belle.
I made a bunch of different
So no, a
ones
lot of
and
people.
handed them out to the school.
Yeah, so definitely leave a review, everybody, on there. It's just like it just shows you. So, but you're doing okay, honey.
I'm fine now, thanks. But I was on the ground out there. I was so scared. Oh, thank you. I feel okay now. Thank you, Michael. You're such a big heart.
You guys. So
Yeah,
outrageous.
no.
It's
And just-
I'm like,
outrageous
we're
that
just
again,
peaceful. I know I'm just
leadership of the
peaceful.
LAPD with an unhinged approach.
Yeah, you know, it's just like this is our
Yeah.
First
You want
Amendment.
one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
I made them for anyone. I can make more.
Yeah, this is our First Amendment right.
One side
Right
for
here.
new people, one side
See,
for
once
people
again-
who are currently in there.
And here's another Uber driver
Even my
right
messaging
here.
to the people currently in there is like,
Right?
there's help for you, you know?
Okay, so I just got another comment. It says the bar's name is Schwartz, and Sandy, he's from Vanderpump Rules.
Yes,
Greg
he's from
Morris.
Vanderpump Rules. Yes, he is.
He
Yes.
owns Sandy. Talk to Sammy. She knows him.
Yes.
Okay. She is a sweet. Thank you, and Serge for being there for her.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Serge.
you're
Thank
so.
you, Michael. Thank you, Doug. I just wanted to screen capture that fully. I didn't get the beginning.
All right, good. I just checking.
Oh my God, look at.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Okay, I'm gonna go back live now.
The lady that's believed is Joe Lane.
Where are you going?
She's an actress. Yeah, she looked familiar to me too. She looked like she was an actress. So
This is the mean one. He was
yes,
so mean.
yes.
Vin Diesel lookalike?
Here's his card.
Yeah, Mindy is just a sweetheart too,
Looks like
right?
Fester. Uncle Fester.
This one was the one who was intimidating me, who was rude to me when I was the victim. I had been assaulted, and he was rude to me and intimidating me, threatened that I would have to be arrested if I pressed charges against her.
And so did they let it?
There's so many different lies showing that no one touched her. She lied that Aja touched her. She lied that
It's the LAPD. They're in bed with them. They're in bed with them, honey. We see it all the time.
Andy, do you need gloves or anything? I'm gonna grab
I
stuff
got
from my
everything
car.
in
I'm gonna
here.
grab switcher.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back across with you.
Okay, baby.
Oh, thanks for your attention. Squirrel squad, code Mindy. I'm screaming.
I love it. I love it. No, you have your rights, and they should have arrested her. And so, okay, the Squirrel Squad is across the street for some reason. It might be because of there's some music playing, and you've got, Mindy, you got to know that if there's music, you got to mute your button immediately because they took down one of my lives because
Because of
the
the
music,
music.
and so they claim it's copywriting it, like we're copying their music. So just be aware of that. So if there's music, stop, go on mute. Okay. Yeah, you see, I mean, this is just a criminal organization. And look at the lady got away. The lady got away because they did exactly what they did to Aaron with her, saying, if we arrest her, we've got to arrest you. And why would she get arrested? She's got it on videotape. So many people's got it on videotape. And sure enough, the police play their little tactic game, their little interrogation or, hello, darling. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
You guys scared me. I saw Mindy walking away, and all I saw was the back of Serge's head, and it was like a black hoodie. So I didn't know who it was, and I was like, why is Mindy walking away with some random dude?
Right, exactly. No, that's why he came running. And that's why we're here. We're here to protect. We saw it on the, I was working and all of a sudden Serge comes running in and he's like, oh my God, look what's going on. And we saw her sitting on the ground.
Well, as they were doing it, I decided that I was going to walk around to see if they were sneaking people out. My entire time was like, you guys are running, and we were like, we're making sure they're not sneaking anybody out.
Yeah, I know, and that's what they do. They set distractions on one side. So yeah, they do this all the time. They'll set up a distraction here, like on our side, and then they'll turn around and sneak people on the other side out. But it's just horrible what they're up to. It's just horrible. So here's a guy that looks like he's looking for, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around. Hey, are you going to Scientology? Okay. Just checking, because they're a cult and they're just doing dirty ass shit. Oh my God. So I mean, anything. I can believe the LAPD officers because they do this shit all the time. Okay, let me read that last comment. Let me see. From Ben, there was a study that found that became the 5 people who were around you were mostly clues online. I think much worse faiths then you become more like you. Thank you, Ben. But yeah, so once again here, this guy tells me he's not going, but he's waiting for an Uber. Okay, I'll let him wait for his Uber. I try not to be invasive, but it's just like this gets my blood going, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. But anyway, so I started off by talking about Liz Ferris. find her channel, listen to her channel, listen to what she's going through, because it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, and it's about this Mike Render guy. And I'll say this, when Serge and I first got together and I first started finding out about Scientology more and more. Hold on, I'm gonna tune into Streets is here. Hold on.
What's your name, Michael?
Hey, baby.
It's called an anti-slap motion. What he's doing is, by trying to prevent me from being anywhere near him, he's trying to stop my First Amendment right to speak out against him. So what's going to happen here is my lawyer, who I'm going to call in about an hour, who's been through this before with me, she's going to file an anti-slap order against him for wasting our time with this frivolous stuff. The court already denied, and he's asking for it again. This guy right here, he's his butler. Like, what is Joey, in order to get a restraining order, has to show that there's fear for his safety, that I cause fear for his safety. Telling Joey that his son reached out to me and said, Joey's son reached out to me and said, do not talk to my dad, my family doesn't talk to him, and ignore him. So because of that, he's trying to prevent my First Amendment right to free speech. But anyway, so let's
And
see.
he used live stream to find you, which is hilarious.
So right now, it's considered granted, partly denied. It will be on February 9th. Anybody want to come?
Yes.
8:30 at 7:20.
Clean your damn shoes. Give me my sign.
What's the address?
Your douche nugget.
Wait, is this the February 9th, Friday?
Friday.
We're all going to be there.
He'll be self-represented.
He can't. Oh my God, you'll kill him. Streets. What courthouse?
Wait, no, I have a bunch of lawyers, right? Like I said, I'm a cop watcher. I've been a cop watcher for a long time. So I have lawyers for my frivolous arrest. They tried to arrest me for what they call wiretapping. I had email communication with the police chief. I asked for an explanation. He said, if you want an explanation about this complaint, call this guy over here. I called him and recorded it. Because I recorded the conversation, they claimed that I violated wiretapping laws, which I did not. Wiretapping laws say you need two-party consent, but there are exceptions. One of them is if there's a likelihood that you are recording. My main name, people call me Street. People always call me Film the Police. They usually call me. And I have a tendency, I can call me that because I film the Police. I record all my interactions. Secondly, there's no expectation of privacy when an officer is placing a call, or having a call, in a police office.
Stephanie, will you send me that in
And
the
third,
DM, Stephanie?
people have a right to receive any sort of official interaction. Anyway, they lost that.
Who's taking
But
out August?
I'm used to these sorts of fights, so I'm going to call my lawyer now.
Thanks,
She's going to be
Denise.
like, oh, yeah. And then she's going to say,
Sorry.
okay, so all I have is...
No. Hey, Jessica. So by you playing the music, is that going to be like them copywriting, and will that hit our copyright?
This is non-copyright music. It's jamming.
Okay,
That's all
beautiful. Okay.
It's been working so far.
Okay.
It's a non-copyright station.
Okay,
So,
beautiful.
like, between that thing and this, it kind of mixes it together and it won't be copyrighted.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah, because they took down one of the one that over in Van Nuys, or that we went to last week. They strike me.
Van Nuys, where's that?
When in North Hollywood, at that,
We all got it.
did you get a strike?
We all did, yeah.
Yeah.
I appealed mine now when it was approved, but they have 10 days to say if they're going to bring it to court. So
Oh, they approved yours? Because I wrote it and they didn't approve mine. They're like, oh,
I
we.
think mine was the only one that got approved. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'll send you what mine was, but
Yeah, I would love to see your wording if you could send that to me. Okay, I would love that because it's so unfair. They had speakers on the street playing music.
yeah.
On public street, thanks.
I posted on Twitter actually if you want to just take a photo of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron did help me and he guided me, but it still wasn't approved. They're just really just, here guys, there's this, I'm gonna get my camera out real quick. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. So you see, okay, I'm gonna go over here. So Streets is super, super brilliant. Like you said, a cop blocker for a while. And I'm definitely going to be doing a profile on him and ask him to come to the channel and actually visit us. That's my goal, is like, I really want to have everyone on my channel, and so that you guys can personally get to know these kids, because what they're doing is not only just being a protester, but they're being outspoken, they're being courageous, they're being they're just, they're putting their life out there. And you saw, like, this girl, got like blocked because all of a sudden she, the girl grabbed her camera, and that's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit that they're doing this. It's like so wrong. It's so wrong. So you see here, the kids are all here, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at all these kids here, right here. It's just so beautiful. So Jessica, I want to stand next to Jessica, because once again, they're doing the exact same thing. They're playing music really, really loud, so that we can pick it up. It picks up on our channel.
No, he's asking for protection of this toy dog from breed named Kismet, who was tricolor male. This is probably about his dog. When we say save that.
Oh my God! Hey, did you find out what court it's at Friday?
Can I be the jury? Is there a jury?
How drunk do you have to be to name your dog Kismet?
My mouth to God's
111 North Hill Street.
Oh, this downtown. Okay. Yeah. I know it's okay. First and Hill.
You got a mohawk, yeah, that guy.
And do they give you a case number?
Oh, I know where that
Oh, is it? Doesn't Leah Remini have something going on?
Yeah, we've been down there a couple times for Leah. Do you have a case number for it?
I don't think we could record it.
Case number is 24STR000463.
Great, we'll be there for you. Oh my God, so.
Hit 2 birds with 1 stone, huh?
Yeah, you know what?
Down there already.
Well, I don't know if she'll be there that day. I've got it written at my house the day that, because we've already been there twice. But they're ruthless.
Oh, I know.
These attorneys are just ruthless.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you guys, listen to this. I mean, I was there. We were there the first day, and then the second day, because Serge saw the lawyer of Scientology and got really, really upset because it was like a trigger for him, because this is the guy that was like, writing all these laws, coming up with all these, theories and, practices for Scientology. And so Serge went out and actually confronted him on the sidewalk and said, hey, you love protecting these people while they're trafficking kids, abusing kids. And so he filmed it and did all this. So then the next time we went to court, one of the lawyers for Scientology stood up first before it even started, and he said, Judge, I have something that I need to bring up first before we get started. And Judge goes, yes. He goes, there are 2 people in this courtroom right now that are harassing us. And approached, this other attorney and filmed him and da-da-da-da. And the judge, and he goes, it's Serge Delmar and it's Michael Havoc, and they knew my fucking name. I'm like, how the fuck did they know my name? Well, because Serge is my husband, probably, but they probably have this huge profile on me, but still, he's like, it was just like, and the judge he looked at it, he goes, I don't care what goes on outside of my courthouse. You guys are attorneys, you know what to do. He goes, they have their First Amendment right. You sit down, let's go on with our case.
With their attorneys, you would think they would know better.
Yeah, well, no, they were just trying to pull their bullshit that they always do. It's It's so ridiculous. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. I'm gonna walk away, you guys, just because they're playing the music louder, and oh my God, you see this shit. You see this shit that they do, and it's just horrible. Oh my God, there's music here. I swear to God, they've got music everywhere. It's like I'm walking by a fucking apartment building right now, and I'm probably a little muffled right now. So let me get away from this building right now. Yeah, see, they own all these buildings here, and they've got music playing at all the fucking buildings. Sorry for cussing, but I'm just a little rattled right now, just because they are just so ruthless and so disgusting. I've never, ever seen an organization like this. I've heard the stories, you guys, but I'm fucking learning so much more. Listen to me, I'm cussing. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, it's just frustration. It's frustration. You know, you want the best for people. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. Yes. Hello. Yeah, no, it's just horrible.
Here's what you said.
You know, and you see, look at, I was sitting there, and I was working on the, hold on, I'm gonna get away from the music again. I was getting ready, I was just helping with the gala for the pet rescues, and as I said, Serge came in, and we threw our clothes on. I shut my computer down and just got here as soon as possible. And here comes some more of the kids. I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. No. They're just...
We're fine.
No, we're good. We're all good. No, Streets is just talking about a court case that he's got to go to and all that, and that's all. He's just briefing. We're all good. No, we're good. Everything's good. No, Streets
are coming back.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they did. Okay, of course. So they'll be here in a few minutes.
Yeah. Wait, do you think that maybe they're coming
No,
back?
we're not. I don't want to talk about it on the live, and he's not muted.
I'm muting.
Hold on, I'm muting.
Mute you guys.
Okay, so who knows why the police have been called out again, but this is just what they do over and over and over. And you know, the police will be here. If they really did get called out again, they'll be here in no time. And remember, when I was following the guy that assaulted Aaron, I called the police the moment that Aaron got assaulted. And 30 minutes later, there was no police. And I called again, and then they finally showed up 3 minutes later. So it took them 33 minutes to show up for Aaron. It is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And you know, it just doesn't surprise me, because you guys know, I've said this before, my dad was an LAPD officer. And when I was a little kid, the stuff I would hear him come home and say was just horrible. It was horrific. The slandering of different demographics. Me, when I was young, I was always kind of attracted to men and grew up in such a hetero lifestyle that the fact that even if I was to think anything like that, everything that would come out of my dad's mouth was like, those fucking blah, blah, blahs. And they're down on Santa Monica. And I would just hear this and it would just crush me because it's just like, one, let people be who they are. You know, let people be who they are. And it was just over and over and over. And then the worst thing happened is that he ended up getting the kid up on the corner. Matt Mahoney was his name. And thank you, love it. And he ended up enlisting, and those two would come over on the corner, and on the corner, they'd come over to our backyard drinking beers, and all they would do is sit there and just tell one story after another story, how they kicked the shit out of this person, how they kicked the shit out of that person because of their color, because of their race, because they were gay. It was just, I mean, and I was this little kid listening to this all the time, and it was horrible. And they laughed about it. Ha ha ha, it's so funny, it's so funny. Joe, I love you. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate your tenacity, your love, your appreciation for what everyone's doing here. You just, you know, you're a winner, and I just enjoy you guys, I had a chance to spend a wonderful, I don't know, it was like 35 minutes with Joe on the phone the other day, and she is such a lovely, giving, she's in touch with her heart, her love for people, and it's so beautiful. So people always just give her love because she's an amazing lady, and she's in alignment with her life, and she's just so special. So thank you, Joe, so much for being here and helping Serge and I as you do. Wow. It's just another day here at Scientology. Another day they're just pulling their shenanigans. Another day they're just getting away with everything. And another day the kids are locked up. And with that, I want to go back to Liz Ferris, you guys. Please go watch her live. It's you know, you can watch it now. If you're not following her, please follow her. I was talking to her today, and she's had some hard moments of just coming out. You know, someone said to me yesterday, they're like, wow, all these people have their voices and they get a chance to talk about their voices. And they do. They finally, because people like Serge, because people like Aaron, who are out there telling the truth and tearing apart Scientology. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Amy. Love it. That these other kids are starting to come out and they're starting to tell their stories. And it's, you know, like I said earlier, it's a breakthrough for them, but it's a breakdown for them. And it triggers so much for them. I was talking to Liz, and it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking what these kids are going through. And it's hard because, like, you know, I've been with Serge for over 5 years. And when I first met him, I would see what would trigger him, and I would be there, and he had me right next to him all the time. And I would just like hold him. We'd go for a walk. I'd grab my little convertible. We'd go out on my convertible, just get him away from the moment so he can realign. And then, you know, we got him some therapy, and he was able to talk. And I swear, it's like for him, when I first met him and where he is today, he has found himself and he's found his power. And you hear it when you listen to his lives, his words. He's direct. He's not full of shit. He's direct. He knows this stuff. He was a child auditor. He was auditing adults. And what he's told me that he would have to ask them, and he'd have this little voice thing in his ear from a room watching him audit the adult. And when they'd hear a certain answer from the adult after asking a question, they would make him ask an even deeper question about the comment that he was, thank you, Joe, so much. There it is. You guys, yeah. Liz, oh my God. And I'm going to have her on my channel soon so that I could talk to her and just, give her a voice, give her a space of, to be able to talk and just, I'm not like, I've seen so many reporters come to Serge and ask him all these questions. And I mentioned this before, is that we were on a trip to Hawaii and he'd never been to Hawaii before. And it was absolutely beautiful for him. And he just loved it. But he was talking, he just happened just before we were leaving this writer who posed that he was from the New York Times or New York Magazine, or he writes, I think his writings have been printed in the magazine. And so he told Serge all this information and started asking him all these questions. And I've heard this time and time again from reporters, from them interviewing Serge. And he's so direct, he's so sharp. He knows exactly what happened in this hotel, this organization that calls himself a church. And so when we went to Hawaii, he spent most of the time on the phone with this damn writer for this article. And then when the article finally came out, he turned around and all of the most important things that should be written inside the article for the people to read out in the public to understand what is really going on behind the scenes was all taken out, because once again, they want to protect themselves, and the magazine wants to protect themselves, and they don't want to get in trouble, and they don't, It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's the same thing that happened to us when we went down to Clearwater with Miss Tracy McManus, something like that, Tracy McManus of the Clearwater Tribune. He spent hundreds of hours with her, hundreds of hours talking on the phone with her. She invited him down so that she could do a live interview with him, and did this whole thing. And at the very end, her editors would not let her post 95% of the information. So once again, a big scam, a big waste of time. We need to get to the people. And it's my question is where the fuck is the FBI? Where are they? I mean, how can they fucking let this go? I mean, there I go. Look at me. I'm walking away again because I hear music, and I just don't want that to be interfering with this live being taken down, because they'll do it over and over and over. Oh my God, I'm just so frustrated. So frustrated. So, going back to Liz Ferris, you guys, send her loves. If you're not following her, definitely follow her. She needs the support. Once again, your support means everything to us. Your love, your care, your compassion, your understanding. And it's interesting. I'm once again, I'm so grateful that Joe's here. I'm just going to cross the street just to walk. I noticed that there's trolls on my channel now. They're watching me. They're watching me right now. They probably have one person glued to a screen right now inside of one of the buildings watching this live right now. And they are just pathetic. And it could be just a kid, So, okay, I have to stop for a second. Hey, thank you for coming out and supporting.
Anytime.
We'll see you soon, okay?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. Anyways, where was I? Liz Ferris. I just got totally sidetracked. I'm breathing. I'm finding a moment here to relax. Oh yeah. So anyway, so there's trolls on my channel. So I was reading through my comments and I try to get back to everybody all the time. And there was this one guy made a comment, oh yeah, this guy takes down, he deletes the comments that he doesn't like. I swear on my life right now, I have never deleted a comment on any of my lives, anything that I have posted. And then underneath that, there was another reply from another person saying, yeah, he does it all the time. I've seen it. I've seen the comments there, and all of a sudden they disappear. And I just called him out, and I said, that's nothing but lies. I believe in the freedom of speech. I don't care where you are. And if you're in there watching me right now from OSA, you know what? If you happen to be a person that's been wanting to get out, we can help you. We can help you get out. We can help you blow this station wherever you are. Because there's a bigger life to have outside of this thing that they call a church. Because it's nowhere near a church. They're like, and the people that are listening to me, you keep listening, because you're listening to someone that has love and compassion for every person. And I know that somewhere along the line you got sucked in somehow. Maybe you were even born into it, like my husband, like many of these kids that I've spoken to, and you haven't been able to get yourself out because you're afraid of disconnecting from your family. That's hard. That's hard for a lot of them. Even Liz was saying, she's like, she just wanted to talk to her dad. She loved her dad. She loves her dad still to this day. And you see it, and they just wanted, they just want their family back, and they can't have their family back. And it's just horrible. It's just horrible. I feel like I'm all over the place, but it's just a child trafficking ring. And you guys, please, you can share my videos. You could share Serge's videos. Let people be educated. The world is changing right now. And for the people that are inside there right now, while the child abuse is going on, they're like, oh, that's not going on. There's nothing going on. Oh, we didn't see that. Guess what? You're there by association. And just like Jeffrey Epstein and Maxine, you know what? She was there by association. Guess where she is right now? By association, locked up. Just where the rest of you guys are going to be as well. You guys think you're living a life of luxury, and you guys are privileged, and whatever you think you guys are going through right now, that you're above the law and you're better than us, I just go crazy, and I'm sitting here trying to hold this sign here. You're not above the law, guys. You're so below the law. You're criminals. And these Hollywood stars that are inside there, that think they're so glamorous because they get all the special treatments from little kids. I mean, I was listening to Serge, and it's like, he was telling me that, you know, when a new star comes in, they get their own handlers, they get their own security, they get kids to run. I mean, there's a story that I heard somewhere, that Tom Cruise wanted a coffee one time, and he wanted it right then, and the coffee place was like 10 minutes away, and all of a sudden the little kid said something like, "Sir, it's like 10 minutes away. I'll get it. I'll be back." He goes, "I don't care how you get it, but get it here in 5 minutes." I mean, what privileged little prick. Sorry for calling it a prick, but not. But anyway, so here is the place. And half these people probably in here are probably Scientologists. They're probably young actors that want to be a part of the industry, and they think that this is a way into the industry because they give them free acting classes, which is a bunch of BS. They give them tests, personality tests. They suck them in. And these poor kids come from around the world, around the country. I've seen it so many times. You know, and this whole Mike Render stuff that's been going on, yeah, there's women getting abused. Well, look at Danny Matheson, you know, look at what happened there. Finally, someone got busted for what they were doing, what they did. And it's like, I remember Serge and I going over to Danny Matherson's assistant's house and had a really lovely dinner with her and her husband, and had a really, really lovely time with them. And then the next week, she reached out to Serge and said, "Oh my God, you're letting out secret information. I should have never told you anything. I didn't say that. Da 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 da." Well, that was just at the beginning of the investigation of Danny Matheson, and she didn't say anything to us about Danny Matheson. She had her lips sealed. We didn't hear one thing, you know, and so she was just panicking and just reaching out and screaming at everybody about it. And it's just like, it just goes to show you how deep this goes. How deep this goes. Well, okay, I wanted to read that last one here. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, well, you know what? Definitely listen to Serge. He's got a loud voice. A lot of these kids have a loud voices. I mean, when I was following the perpetrator for Aaron, and he started having his dog, he was threatening to let go of his dog to me. I started yelling, and I started screaming, and I haven't heard myself scream like that in ages. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, there are no good Scientologists. That is perfect. Who said that? Let me wheel that back here. Hold on, let me see this. Yeah, there are no good, there's no such thing as a good Scientologist. God, you just really hit it. Yeah, it's just, they're all crooks. They're all selfish, egotistical, narcissistic people. That's all they are. They love having their ego stroke. They feel like they belong to an elite organization that's so filled with criminals. I mean, the fact that, yeah, except for the little kids, you're exactly right, the little kids that are being groomed, you know, like on my video that got taken down, the one of the people got pictures of the backyard, and they saw a little bouncy house filled of kids. And there's the police up there. Here, let's see here. So there's a helicopter up there. So I haven't seen the police yet. So maybe that was just a rumor. We don't know. Tom Cruise taking a cruise. He's taking something somewhere. And I've heard that he's taking it somewhere. That's what I say. Hi, Michelle. Oh my God, it's so nice to have my glasses that I could read your comments, guys. Sorry that I didn't have them before, but I've got them now, and we were running out of the house. I'm like, stop, I gotta go back. I gotta get my glasses. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna flip this around. Hey, bang, bang. People need to tell more stories about their daycares. Oh yeah, wait till you guys know that I've been reading a book, and I'm gonna be interviewing the person that wrote the book. And what they were telling me about the daycares is like, because their parents worked so late at night, that sometimes they found themselves in the daycare till like 8 o'clock at night. And then some daycare lady would pick them up and take them to their residence where they are living, 2 families, to a 2-bedroom house with bunk beds for the kids in the living room. Okay. Take them there, and they wouldn't see their mom and dad till 12, 1 o'clock at night. And that went on day after day after day. So, yay! We're going to be finding out a lot more, and that's my goal with my channels. I'm going to start doing one-on-one interviews with the children that I know, the kids. And just asking them how they feel, and letting them have the conversation, and let them be able to share what they want to share. And I don't know, it's just going to be filled with love and compassion, and just let them say what they want to say. And if they get triggered and they need a break, definitely are going to have them take a break. It's like you guys here, if you've been in Scientology before and you blew and you're out, and it's something that you see in one of my videos or you hear, and it triggers you, stop for a second, walk away from the screen, put the screen down, and just love yourself for a second, and just give yourself that compassion. Now there's Mr. Surge here. Look at him. He's screaming here. He's so good. His little voice. He just lets it rip. I mean, I love it. Someone says, do I ever get tired from Surge talking so much or screaming so much? No. He has a right to, and it makes me feel so proud of him that he has found himself and is able to express himself and tell the truth, and tell the exact truth of what's really going on. I just turned around really quick because, once again, the closer you get to him, the louder the music is. So I'm just protecting my channel. So talk about actors. Like, look at Elizabeth Moss. Surge went and protested the other day, and at Jimmy Kimmel, And they're all giggling. She's pregnant. He. So guess what? The baby that's in her belly right now is born. Thank you, Joe. Is born already in Scientology. Is hearing Scientology already. Is listening to his or her mom doing audits. I mean, this little kid has no idea the world is being born into. But we have to say this too, because she's a star, she gets that special treatment, and she's a celebrity, so her kids may not have to be inside of an apartment with 6 other kids or 12 other kids. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's just... Oh, thank you, love it. Yeah, it's just wild. It's just really, really wild. I mean, I need to get... I have another YouTube channel for my pets, and I haven't been able to get on that lately because I've been doing so much discovery and all that, because I really want to, this is a journey. For me, this is a journey. I've been living this world with Serge for the last 5 years, and what I've heard and what I've listened to and I've learned and been shared with these kids and what they've been through, I just feel like, because like they go through these moments where they have these moments of like breakdowns, which I call them, but they're breakdowns. So how hard it may be for them during the breakdown, there is a breakthrough most of the time. Okay.
Bye, Michael.
Bye, guys. See ya. Hey guys, sorry about that. I just had to mute my phone for a second, just because we are on the move to go support at another location, and it's like, okay, so like we just walked by a bar. This is my question. We just walked by a bar and they're playing music. Am I supposed to be worried about the music everywhere I go? Everybody plays music. Like, what about the guy that's riding down the street with his bike with a boombox on the back and there's music? Am I gonna get slammed for that? It's like, it's just... Here, let's see what Ben said.
Children into unthinkable, disgusting auditors that sit there.
Okay, yeah, so we're off. So
that adults can really pay
these people,
is alive and well. So that's what we're seeing. Minors who cannot
yeah, we're here. Yeah, minors. I listen to Surgeon. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to scream like him and just be like him. But I didn't grow up in there, so I don't have that knowledge. So the knowledge that I gain is through the words of the kids and the words and seeing them go through a breakthrough. I mean, Laura has been just so incredibly beautiful, just watching her and knowing her since I met Serge. I met her, and I remember the very first time I met her, she came to the house and she started singing a cappella, and I was just like, how beautiful. Her voice just, yeah, she's amazing. And even for her, it's like when she first, if you watch when she first started her channel and where she is today, it's like she's found her voice. And it's so beautiful. And we talk about it all the time. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, it took me a while to get it, but she goes, I got it. And she goes, my life is changing and I see it. And I'm so happy for her. That's the breakthrough. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute for a second, guys. Get in the car with Serge. And let me find, I'm still learning.
We'll take questions. Let's do some.
Okay, guys, I'm in the
Ask
car, so
anything
I'm gonna drive for a second, and I'm gonna hand the phone over to Serge, and he's gonna do questions. So if you have questions, ask questions.
Ask away. Oh, here. I need to make this. I need to make this person a moderator for you. Perfect. Loves it. Now you're a moderator for Michael as
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, please, by all means, you guys, ask anything. Ask anything. Y'all need to ask anything you want to clarify, anything you want to understand better. Hi, Survivor 23. Thank you, love it. It's our honor as well. It's our honor to have all of you guys with us on this journey, trying to reconcile the truth and trying to advocate for minors who cannot consent.
Yeah, anybody that's on my channel right now, if you're not following Serge, definitely follow Serge at literally Serge.
What's the age of the youngest adults? I mean, I got trained at 12, you guys. I was trained by 12 years old. Imagine that. 12-year-olds. And other 12-year-olds were doing it, and that's why it didn't seem sketchy or weird. Because, you know, other young friends of ours were there, and we didn't think that there was any BS going on. All the adults are also about it. They don't say, oh, don't do it with the kids. In fact, the younger you were, the more they applauded. Oh my God, you're so great. You're so wonderful to be getting used to be this disgusting role, which again, the parents have no plausible deniability. This is not like, oh, well, we thought all auditors were very like child-friendly situations. No, they all know it's disgusting. So
God, when the person asked about 12 years old, I thought, where was I when I was 12 years old? I was in junior high school. And
hold on a minute, they're asking questions. Please, will you make a video of one of your gigs with Laura? Yes, we will, you guys. Are you in therapy? Yes. We have to be. We have to be, you guys. I wasn't in therapy before Michael. Michael made me go. Actually.
I made him.
He made me. It's like, oh, you need to go to therapy. I'm like, wait, why? Why do I need to go to therapy? And I did. I did need to go to therapy, you guys. Breaking news. It did help a ton.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful to hear him break through.
At 12 years old, you were riding your bike and swimming. And that's what all kids should be doing, you guys. Kids should be doing kid stuff. Kids should be protected and not ensnared in disgusting hotels.
I was creating art. I remember one of my art teachers telling me when I was making something out of clay, they're like, oh, you can't do that. It's not going to work. And I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. And it came out of the fire and it worked. And he's like, oh, wow. Wow, it really worked. It's just my little crazy creative mind.
My parents are still in Scientology, you guys. My parents are exactly where they've always wanted to be. So my parents are the child traffickers. My parents are the ones that benefited from me getting abducted inside of that disgusting hotel. I mean, Anna, she's hurting. She's hurting, because it is traumatizing to wake up to more betrayal. The betrayal comes off in layers. Every time you realize that you were betrayed, it just hurts more. And, there's so much that our brains do to protect you from the facts, because, we were fawns. We were literally fawns for our whole life, and that was the only way we could have survived. Did your parents love you? No. No criminal that traffics their kids loves them. It's just a complete and utter lie that they loved us, that they cared for us, that they were protecting us, that they were exposing us to a technology that was so unthinkable and disgusting. So I don't feel that my parents loved me whatsoever. No, Bobby, do you have a super chat? I didn't see it. I'll try to, once I have more hands, I'll try to go back. I'm sorry if I missed it. Oops. Thank you, Violet. Well, you guys are helping so much. So thank you for all of your help. Do I have family that aren't in Scientology? Very few, you guys, very few. There was one of my dad's sister that actually offed herself because she got excommunicated from the family, and she got totally traumatized, and she was the only one in our family that had an education and that wasn't ensnared. So her daughters that also weren't a part of it are probably the only ones that are not that. And then I do have other family that left, other second generation and third generation kids. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we do understand each other, and we can advocate for kids so that none of these kids get ensnared like that.
But they are right now.
Hi, Christy. Well, you know what? Let's start with the FDLE, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, that really claims to have the task of, ensuring that there isn't trafficking going on. The Attorney General, Ashley Moody, that really purports on her website that she's all about stopping trafficking, the Awareness Month, and, they
Where was the
a
awareness?
bunch of platitudes. It's all just blah, blah, blah. And no action. A lot of blah, 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 and no actual action. Imagine. Yes, MC. That's someone who wants to escape, to, number one, go to an actual licensed therapist so that they can get help. That there are a lot of therapists that have helped a lot of people get out of extremely narcissistic relationships, which is all the cult is, you guys. We really think it's like, oh, we're really so special and so different, but it's like the cult is just a bunch of organized narcissism. So any therapist can help, literally, any therapist. Kids cannot consent to adult activity. That is our message, that is our message, and that is our ask, to ban any 21 and under kids who already aren't able to consent to go into an establishment with liquor. I mean, imagine that, you guys. You can't even go and get a beer if you're not 21, but apparently you can ensnare yourself in these hotels. On mute, really? No, we're not on mute, you guys. You guys can't hear? You can't hear Michael's chat? You can't hear Michael? Let us know. Okay, Liseka, I will. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Bobits, I don't know who they are, so I'm not. Okay, great. Oh, it's okay now? Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you, Sandy. Their former guardian office? Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the guardian office. Are the children in LA being kept hidden in the hotels? How do they move them around? We've caught them a whole bunch of times coming out of the hotels, you guys, in vans. And yes, they do. When we were there at the Lisa McPherson protest, Scientology went through very extreme lengths to make sure no one would see them having children. They are very aware. Correct, Hillary. It is Jolene Lenz, not the owner of La Pubelle, but the other restaurant, Sandy, that it's affiliated apparently with Lisa Vanderpump. Yes, Christy, we had to sign the contracts, and our parents gave consent for us to be literally turned over to these hotels. Thank you, Mitas. It is much more hard to escape for kids, you guys, because again, we didn't know what in the hell was going on, and we always thought that we were the ones with the problem, so it's very hard for kids to understand what they are implicated in. And because you are adulticized, because they tell you you're an adult and you're just in a small body right now, again, it's like the plight of minors cannot be underscored enough, truly. Yeah, Melissa, we have them on camera, but again, this whole sham of the LAPD saying, oh yeah, it's everyone is following a religious situationship for themselves, and it's not true. We know that it's not true. That's been the false pitch. Convicted, indicted felons that wrote things on a piece of paper, aka.
Oh my God. Your last comment, I'm gonna go back there. Kathy, when we were there last week at their event, and I've said this before, and it's this, there was a lady there that I thought for sure was a grandmother with 3 little boys. One must have been like 3, 4, next one 5, 6, the next one 7, 8. And she had instructed them to hide behind the cars from the protesters and to duck down and put masks on so we couldn't see their face. And, you know, they looked happy. They looked like they were having fun, you know. They thought it was a game probably for them. And they, you know, they were probably bouncing around in the bouncy house, you know, where they were getting groomed. They're getting groomed. But then I thought about it afterwards when I thought it was a grandmother. That was likely not even a grandmother. It was probably one of their nannies that or caretakers that Scientology has for these kids and has them watch over the kids while the mom and dads are working. That's what okay, I gotta clean my glasses now. I smudged them. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, so where we are, here, let me turn the camera around real quick. So here we are, we're at the police station, and we're just curious to see if this lady's been let go already. That got arrested from attacking her earlier. Now remember, when Aaron was here, they kept him for like 3-4 hours, handcuffed to a bench, and yeah, thank you guys. Everybody, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. So you see that there's some of our fellow people here. We're all just kind of waiting. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Papa.
Hello, Mama.
Michael, how are you doing tonight?
What's your channel name?
Hollywood Aja.
Okay, everybody, make sure you're following Hollywood Aja, okay?
That same name in YouTube and the same name on TikTok.
There you go. Make sure you're following and supporting her as well, okay, guys?
Same name.
Definitely.
Give us a recap of where we... Look at this.
Love your sign, baby.
Thank you.
Love your sign.
All for the children. Honestly, I don't really care for the adults because they want to be there. I worry about the children.
That's right. That's why we're all here.
And I care about the children. Those ones have no control.
Nope.
The adults, they can stay there forever, all the 1 billion years. I don't care. And I do care for their tax exemption.
Yeah. Well,
I revoke that because once that hits, it's gonna do the crumbling down.
Yep. Each building's gonna fall down.
Yep.
Each building's gonna fall down.
That is my mission.
Yep.
The kids and the tax exemption.
Hi.
I'm Tori and this is Drew.
Hey, Tori, Drew. I see you on my chat from time to time.
What's your name?
Literally Michael.
Oh, literally Michael. That's right. I love that name.
And so you're Tori and Drew?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
We're old picketers. I was in for 30 years in the church.
Oh, you were?
I
Okay.
was in and I escaped out in 2000.
Wow.
And they chased me across the country. I didn't even think they did all this shit. I was like, no way, they don't. And they used to send me out to handle people like you. And they were people like you, only these was a different crowd, critics, but they would scream and stuff at me, and I had like plexiglass out, so I wouldn't, I couldn't hear any of it.
Right.
So I was positive they don't do that shit.
No.
I thought it was just all lies on the internet. And then I went to leave, and they canceled my van, and then the plane was canceled, and the vice president came to LAX, and I did a whole.
And they came after you.
Yeah. They followed me all the way across the country.
Yeah.
The Tampa police got me out of the Tampa airport at 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what they did with Serge. When Serge and Lily, his wife at the time, they were escaping and they got to the airport and the ticket people, somebody flew them in where they were and they followed them all the way right to the gate and pulled them back.
Right.
Yeah, pulled them back. What got you into it? What was?
I read a book. That's why they always try to sell books, because I read a book and thought, okay, I'll be an auditor, because I was in college and I thought I want to be a doctor, but I don't have the patience to go through 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school. My grandfather was a doctor, and I knew it was a lot of work, and I just wasn't up for it. And I read Dianetics, and I thought I can be an auditor and help people. All I wanted to do was help people.
Right.
I've helped more people being out of Scientology than I ever helped being in it.
Right.
Isn't that ironic?
How long were you in it for?
30 years.
30 years.
But see, most people stay because of the people. They don't stay because of Scientology. You know what I mean? They stay because you meet people you love, and you're friends with them.
It's your community.
And you know, then it becomes, if you leave, you're going to lose your family. So I got my son out first.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good. So you got your son out first. Were
My
you?
husband is still in. My ex-husband.
Your ex-husband's still in.
Yeah, he's OT8.
Were you aware of what was going on with the children? Like the SA?
The what?
Here, I'm going to mute for 1 second, guys. Hold on.
And I don't even think a lot of the Sea Org, you don't know a lot of the abuses that happen. You just don't. You know, there's people that happens with, but like even Danny Master said, I would put money on it. 80% of the Scientologists have a whole different. I was in the courtroom. I knew Danny. I taught him in 6th grade.
Wow.
I knew him. He
Right.
was one of my son's
Friends, right.
Yes.
Okay, right.
He was a cool kid. And he
Of
just
course, yeah.
watched them kind of mold him into this shitty,
Egotistical, narcissist.
everybody.
Yep, narcissistic.
I
Uh-huh.
went to sit down at a table at Celebrity Center, and they all looked up and said, "Oh, you have to be in a TV show or movie to sit here." And I was like, "Fuck all of you." You know, it's just so like, this is not Celebrity Center, what it used to be.
Well,
It just isn't.
I grew up here in Los Angeles, and my mom worked on Love Boat.
Oh.
And so she got me into the movie business when I was 11 years old. And so, of course, when Dianetics, they were always like in all the rags, like drama log, variety, advertising, free, acting classes, all that, all the time. And so, of course, I read the book Dianetics, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, and I'm all about passion and love and just like helping people like yourself, And, I walked in, and after I took okay, there we go. Okay. Boom, back. Okay. So you see people, it's like, she was in it for 30 years. 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah, for attacking Mindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Kathy, good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Because we knew exactly who she was, who her husband was, and what business they owned within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we get all that information immediately.
I know, you guys are great.
Her TikTok comment section's already filled up with how's jail.
Well, the one thing I want to say, is the fact that she said that she got her son out first, and that was so, to me, shows compassion and love for her family, where like when we were driving here and people were like, oh, to Serge, have you seen your family? Since I've known Serge, I have never seen his family. His family's never reached out. His family, I mean, it's like, and they're probably watching me right now, Those crooked people are probably watching me right now. And yes, you are crooked. The fact that you did what you did to your son, to your family, and the fact that you have a daughter with a son that is now born into Scientology as well, it's horrible what you guys are doing. I hope you're listening to me right now, because it is horrible, 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 horrible what you guys are doing to these kids. And you've heard, you know what's going on with the kids and the adults. Out 2D. So here someone asked who's in the police station. So this is the lady that attacked Mindy. So they did arrest her. So she's here. So we're just kind of, and there's Mindy inside just waiting. And to see if she's been released or not. Let's go in and say hi to Mindy really quick, okay? Hey, baby. Anything?
I'm gonna ask. I'm getting ready to ask when it's my turn. For a lady who assaulted me was taken in and did she get booked or released?
And ask for the report.
Read this.
Anything else?
Read the comment right there.
Ask for the report.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, and get the case number.
Okay.
Okay, make sure you get the case number.
I'm glad I have you guys here because I don't. My knowledge on this is so limited. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that's why we're here, honey, is to support each other. Yeah, make sure you get the case.
Skill sets. I'll make the signs.
Yep. Yeah, no, definitely get the case number, okay?
Yeah, you guys be right here. If I forget something, you just tell me.
Yeah, you just say I'm following up with this, and I'm pressing charges, and I'm not going to drop the charges, and I want the case number of her arrest.
Yeah, they didn't give me a copy of the page that I signed for the reporter.
Yeah. And these.
If it's taking a little while, maybe I should buy that.
You're welcome. I don't know.
Yeah, look at everybody here.
We got everyone.
We got everybody here supporting. That's what we do, guys. So here. Oh my God. So Mindy was over at the Scientology Celebrity Center. They're having some sort of event tonight, and she made these signs about Scientology being a cult and all that. And this lady got out of an Uber and was walking up towards Mindy, and Mindy just said, "Hey, Scientology is a cult." And the lady just grabbed her phone and attacked her and threw her phone down, and she has it all on video. And so she filed a report and got her arrested. So we're here at the LAPD in North Hollywood, which I was told the last time we were here, this is the exact same place where Aaron was held. And the last time we were here, I was talking to the attorney that we had called to come help us with Aaron. And they used to have, actually, over here somewhere, a little sign promoting Scientology, supporting Scientology. They had Scientology literature inside the LAPD North Hollywood office. Are they innocent? I think not. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm telling you, it is so disgusting how corrupt these people are. Whose channel name? Mindy's? I don't know Mindy's channel name. Is that the one that you want, Joe? I can ask her when she comes out. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, they're corrupt. But yeah, and there's even Serge even found this one thing where oh my God, okay. I'm telling you, this just this is so, it's exhausting. This is exhausting, You guys, this is so exhausting. I mean, I'm exhausted. Can you imagine these kids? I know. I love that, Joe. And we'll jump on a call maybe tomorrow, and we'll definitely bring it to the attention of TMZ. I mean, the fact that, I'm going to walk outside as I do this. I was, I actually was called by Bravo, and I was on an episode with Lisa, and I was there for the pets again, and I was helping them launch her pet foundation. And once again, you know, you get these feelings from people and you don't understand why you get these feelings, and you just get them. I sat there and I talked to her for a little bit. She was, I'm going to say, phony nice. And then we had to shoot a scene together, and we shot a scene together. And then every year I go to support her foundation. She has it in the West Hollywood Park. I go to support that. And every year she's made by her social media people to go around and say hi to everybody, because everybody pays to be there. So they get that, what they call the money shot or whatever, so that they can repost it on their own social media that they're there. And every single year she walks up to me and she acts like she doesn't even know me. And I spent a whole day with her. A whole day with her. Hey, hold on 1 second. Are you out of here?
No, I'll be back.
Okay. And she's just always just been so, like, when people are like, I don't know. There's different playgrounds, you guys. We all get to play in, and we get to choose the playground that we play in. So I always love to say that, because, like, the people that are like playing in the playground of Scientology, they chose that. All the adults chose that. You know, even like, you know, when someone turns 21, even 18, I say, Serge always says 21, I'm like, he's always like, if they're legal to drink, then they're legal to make a decision. 18, you have the right to do whatever you want. You have your rights. Tilly Bird, wow. Yeah, but you see how, like, everybody just, like, we come, we support, and I'm gonna have Streets. I'm gonna talk to Streets in a second about maybe going in and just giving Mindy the exact rights that she has, that she can understand them, because she should have paperwork. She needs to have the case number. So Serge is still in the car. He's visiting with his, answering questions. This is the guy right here in his little Scientology as a cult van. Here, let me show you this. Oh, he's looking for a parking spot like we all are, so I don't want to chase him around the block. I'm exhausted, I'm telling you guys. It's a bitch getting older, I'm telling you. Anyways, yes, it was in the van, DOA, yep. Yeah, when I found the perpetrator that attacked Aaron after riding around for a mile, he was actually talking to him, and they were filming on a YouTube with him, and that's when I pulled over, dropped the bird, or it was a lime actually, but a lot of people know them as bird, so I keep saying bird, and I so then I just walked across the street, and you can see it on one of my shorts, I think it's on a short, that I was just kind of just following from a distance, and all of a sudden he turned around, and I just turned around myself like this and walked away from him until he started walking away from me, and I could see him in my camera, like in the background, right, as if he was back there. And the moment that he turned around, I turned around again and just started slowly following him so we wouldn't lose him, so that we could get, Aaron can get him arrested. And they did the same thing with Aaron. They're like, we have to arrest you if we're arresting him. And I love that about Aaron, is the fact that he said, arrest me. You have nothing to arrest me on? Arrest me. And he called their bluff, Yeah, mischief. Yep. Titty Bird. Yeah, DOA said that he caught the interview before he even knew what happened, and he wanted just to record the guy going off as much as possible in case it would help, and it totally was. Yeah. It's just totally, yes. I mean, I was going up and down every single street to find him, and I knew that he couldn't be far. At least I thought he couldn't be far, but he was actually, somehow he made it behind the buildings where we were. So I do want to go ahead and, oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got interviews lined up for the pet channel. I just haven't been able to get to it just yet. I've just got so much on my plate with the foundation coming up, and then just taking care of pets and taking care of Serge and just being here with you guys right now. So that I've been working on my studio inside our place, because I let Serge have my studio that I built when I first started doing my channel, and so he's been working in there. So then we needed to create a second studio, so we were working on that today as well. So I'm almost all put together. I need a few more little things I'm just waiting on, and I'll be interviewing people. But if you have a dog or a cat, definitely check it out. It's interesting because during the pandemic, there was this platform that popped up called Clubhouse, and it was kind of a podcast. Oh my God, my body runs on the Mexican lemonade. Oh my God, we drink so much. We drink that. That's all we drink all day long. I mean, I don't make it the Mexican lemonade because I'm not too much into the spicy. I just do the natural lemonade. But it is like so nice, and how I make it is I take a gallon of water and 1 cup of freshly squeezed lime juice. So I pour a little of the water out of the gallon first, which usually goes into my coffee maker, so I have nice water for my coffee. And then I squeeze, or Serge, we take turns, we do it all the time. Then we squeeze fresh limes, and we squeeze a cup of it, and that goes in. And then I take a bottle of agave for sweetener, natural agave, and I give it like 6 squeezes to the bottle. So I'm kind of thinking probably like 6 tablespoons of agave goes into it, and it is delicious. I have it by my bedside all night long, and it just keeps you hydrated, and it's just like in, vitamin C. It's clean, it's healthy, and I love it. I absolutely love it. We love, and it's limeade, not lemonade, it's limeade. There you go, Joe, thank you. And it's delicious. And this is kind of like a crazy little hack that we found, is that When I first got into the pet industry, how I ended up in the whole pet world and advocating for the pets was that I did an event in Malibu called Pause for the Planet, and you can actually look it up online. I think there's some Getty images that you could see. So if you look up Pause for the Planet, and then it'll show up some images from Getty, so you can see. So I designed that and supported them and showed them how to do the event because they were new to events. And now where was I going with this? The pets. I'm telling you, I'm just so tired. Oh wait, I just saw something I want to comment on. Miss Chief, since I got sober, lime and soda, my drink when I'm out in company, is so refreshing. I love that. Yeah, in fact, I'm sober. I'm 18 years sober. I just celebrated 18 years this last December. And for me, it's like been like one of the most incredible experiences and a lifestyle change. And that's what I say is like, it's a lifestyle change for me. But anyway, so yeah, pets, thank you. Sir, during the pandemic, thank you for reminding me. And so everybody's like taking pictures of the police going. Yeah, honey.
They just threatened Aja with arrest if he didn't leave the lobby.
They did?
Yeah.
And the reason behind it, did they say?
I don't know.
Where's
She says she needs to leave the lobby. I don't know. 140 something G.
Where's Street?
He's up the street.
Let me go see.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that what they said? For filming?
For filming in the lobby.
We've always filmed inside.
He said if I don't leave right now, he's gonna put me under a code, whatever code. 146G or 148G. I don't know which one it was.
You see how corrupt these fucking people are?
Yes, you just kicked me out of the lobby and threatened me with arrest.
Yeah, no, that is so. It's just they're corrupt. They're so fucking corrupt.
Salomon, come over here. Get out of there before you go to jail, kid.
I was a bartender in my 20s, then got drinking, not because of the drinking, it's just because I watched. Exactly, you know what, you guys? Oh my God. Okay. I love that, Joe. Yeah. It's so funny when I go to a bar and I see people wasted.
Look at my end, you guys go away.
They told Mindy we need streets. Where's streets?
He's probably up the street. Here, I'll go with you.
Yeah. So we're looking for streets right now.
They stopped her live.
They stopped Mindy's live because she was recording. And want to go this way?
I know, he went up this way.
He went up this way? Okay. Yeah, when I go to a bar and I see people get wasted, I just like sit there and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even handle it sometimes. And I.
Oh, and apparently they threatened to arrest anyone that's recording in there.
So now they're arresting everybody.
If you go in the recording.
If you're recording. See, that's what's nice to have such a really beautiful community that we have, because we get to, like, Streets is like so on top of this. He called himself, I think, a cop
watcher.
Oh, I thought he called himself a cop blocker.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I was like going, and I was trying to make sure I was saying it right, because it was like,
yeah,
it's so easy not to, right? Exactly. So.
Yeah, Streets always disappears. We need Streets.
Yeah, we need Streets. This is a man with the brain that he's been fighting these guys for a long time.
They made Mindy turn off the street. Yeah, Alyssa. All right, thank you, Alyssa. Somebody in my chat has his number, so they're calling.
Oh yeah, call him.
Call him, please.
Or jump on his live, see if he's live.
On live, I
Is,
don't think.
is on live?
Is he on live, Alyssa? I know he came up here because he saw the cops. God, when you hear sirens, you just lose them.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with an LAPD officer as a dad, and it was a nightmare.
I don't know. We ain't gonna find him. This is LA. This man
Unless he's like right here.
disappeared.
He's easy to spot once you see him. Yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, I don't see cops.
I don't see cops either. I'm gonna walk this way around the block. You're gonna go that way? Okay, so here we are. Walking through. Yeah, my father's still alive. I talk to him often. It is what it is, My sister wishes we were closer, but we're not closer. It's because he still pulls the same shenanigans. He still says the same words. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And he's always slamming different demographics and different people. And
Where is Streets? How do you know that?
it's just horrible to see. And then his wife, or not his wife, his girlfriend now, after my mom passed away, his girlfriend, Serge and I were out there visiting in Palm Springs. And
Is he live, Alyssa?
so Serge loves to dance, you guys know that.
Not live, okay.
Street's not live. There's cops there. God, where would he have gone?
Oh, we lost Streets, that's for sure.
And we need Streets. Streets, if you're on anyone's live, if anybody sees anybody out there that sees Streets, tell them that we need them at the police station.
We did a circle looking for him.
Yeah. So anyway, we were out at my dad's house with his girlfriend, and Serge loves to dance, and it's, Palm Springs, 120 degrees outside, so
You guys, I know many
he was inside.
They won't let us in.
He was inside just stretching and doing the splits on the floor because it was cool and all that. Not a big deal. It wasn't like he wasn't wearing any clothes. That's what I'm like, Jesus, what the hell? I'm like, and so then the next day I get a phone call from his girlfriend, and his girlfriend tells me,
Here at Charity to be pictures.
oh, you know what? I just can't have you guys stay at our house any longer because, Serge was just really inappropriate for dancing inside of our house. And I was like, what? I said, don't you have a granddaughter that's a cheerleader and likes to dance? Would you say this to her? She goes, well, she's a girl. So that just kind of tells you right there the relationship that I have with my dad. It's like, I was like, well, let's put it this way. Very kindly, Diane is her name. This is my boundary. My boundary is I don't want you in my life. I don't want to see you. You're not invited to anything that I throw that my father's invited to. And I will not be talking to you ever again. Because this is not the playground I choose to play in. I choose to play in a loving, caring playground with everybody that's accepted. So that was the last time I really spent time with her. And so we had an art gallery out, and Serge and I had it was horrible, but it's like breakthrough, breakdown, breakthrough. I do it all the time myself. So Serge and I had an art gallery out in Palm Springs, and I'd invite my dad to come see the art gallery, the show. We'd have it once a week. And he would come out, and she'd sit, and he'd sit there, and he's like, well, Diane's out in the car, can I bring her? I'm like, absolutely not. You know my boundary, and you don't ever ask me that again, because it's my boundary and I don't need to talk about it. That's wasting my breath. Yeah. I swear to God, I'm getting more exercise.
Now.
I swear. You know, I had a hip replacement like 5 months ago, and I was like, okay, how am I going to get back into shape? And I'm like, fuck, this is getting me back into shape, right? Scientology, right?
And you'll get back in shape.
Holy shit, I'm telling you.
We just walk in circles all day.
All day, running.
The people in the little corsets.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, maybe.
Hey everybody, you know I always do this, so I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick. Okay, tell everybody your channel.
Sammy Barretto.
Okay, so everybody follow.
But it's 2 minus the 2.0. This is my backup, you guys.
Okay, yeah, so follow her. Make sure you follow and support her as well.
Thank you.
I love that, you know, I love telling everybody just to make sure they're supporting everybody.
Laura? Is that
Yeah.
Laura? Oh.
Hey baby.
Little baby angel.
Hi honey.
You're coming? You're tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm literally so excited for this thing tomorrow.
I know, right?
It's so cute.
It's
perfect.
so
It's
cute.
needed. And
So
I
cute.
haven't even talked to Serge, but I'm singing, and so I'm sure he's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
sure he's already picked that up and knows.
Yeah, of course.
I'm doing
Well,
3 songs, so definitely the "I Love You." Like I want me and him doing our thing. No, a little bit, but not like I want it to be like. Yeah.
So anyway, so like.
They're checking. They're walking inside filming. Okay. But
So-
they just told Aja that they would arrest me.
So that song, Lara, I Love You, was the one that she first sang when I first met her in our apartment. And her voice just went right through my soul. And I was like, oh my God, how fucking beautiful is her voice and this song. Her songs, the words behind her songs are so powerful. And if you guys aren't following Laura FM, make sure you're following Laura FM. Oh my God. Okay, I think this is, let's see, yeah, this is our guy here. No, it's not, okay. I thought it might have been our guy. Yeah, God, I don't know where Streets went. And this is where we really need Streets. Hey Janet, good night. Thank you. I really appreciate your time with us and showing your support. Have a beautiful evening and the best day tomorrow and nice weekend, wherever you are. Oh, Jessica's live. Let's go back. And I'm wondering, like, see, like, what's the law about that? It's like I'm going to pull up the First Amendment and just read the hell out of that and see what that is. Because they'll tell you anything. Oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to go walk in. So I may just go ahead and put my phone down as if I'm not. Okay. So these guys here, so I was saying earlier, and I don't think I ever, here, let me show you here. This is where we are right now. The Hollywood station. And they were actually on a live, or printed in a magazine, where they were hand in hand with Scientology, cleaning up the streets. Okay, I'm going to take a peek in here real quick and see what's going on.
I get it, we get it. We're done. I want to leave, I just don't want to keep talking about this. I will leave when I'm ready. Jacob needs to keep hearing this, he's very intelligent. All right, please, all right.
What's going on? What is he saying?
Basically, Audrey, you were kind of filming somebody who was obviously intoxicated and stuff. And that's a privacy thing, which makes sense. There were people. Wait, there was someone intoxicated? Wait, they said
No, the girl that was up at the counter that was visiting with the officer.
So it's not. Yeah, that makes sense. Great.
Yeah.
But I don't need a long, an hour conversation from the.
How was I supposed to know that girl was intoxicated? You know what I mean?
No, but it's the police station is a private area. If somebody's coming to report something or they feel safe or they're drunk and they come in to get safety, they shouldn't be being filmed. I legitimately agree with that. That's all.
Okay, she's asked me to go in.
She left. She got it.
Hey, that's good. Good to see you. Good to see you.
He can make sure I ask him the right questions.
That's not how it works. How does it work? I'll explain that, but I'll explain it again. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, come over here so we can deal with that. And then, again, just went through the whole thing. You step outside.
I thought you said if other people were coming in, literally, you know it.
Again, I'm not going to allow this. We're going through this again. Step outside. I gave you this. If you get around me, I can stop. Stay outside. No problem talking about it. I'm just not going to go through the drama. I don't need the ratings. I don't care. I'm too done with that, okay?
We're totally out of here.
I get it. But when you go out there and they explain stuff and, oh my God, they kicked me out. It's like, well, what is it that we're doing? What are we trying to accomplish here?
Don't worry what they think.
I'm not, trust me, I'm not worried about it. Okay, I deal with William G. I deal with all the people every single night. I've been here for a long period of time. My job is victims are my forefront, okay? Whether you're the victim, or anybody else like that, I treat everybody exactly the same, and I want to continue that. I'm hard of hearing, I'm telling you I'm hard of hearing, and when I hear people shouting that kind of stuff right there, it gets to be very difficult. We're picking up phones, we deal with phone calls, that kind of stuff, and that's why we're not.
Now we're good.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. And if you need somebody,
I appreciate it. My dad was an LAPD officer.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Well, either way, whether I appreciate that, but whether your dad or wasn't, if you say I truly have somebody, I'm shaken up, I don't know what's going on, I'm involved in my car accident, I totally get that. That's something we deal with every single day. I have no problem with that, but I don't need 15 people to be a support person. So in that case, we can go out there.
Just us.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. As I promised to you, my name is Hector Randall, Michelle, and all that kind of stuff right there. Today's date, that kind of stuff, victim of PPA, and I looked at the address right here, it's Bronson and Franklin. I don't know the time that the call came out, I didn't look that up. This is
No problem about the time. What information can you help me get, like the more information?
Can you get my phone from Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I heard more people promotion out here, so I just can't deal with it. So.
No, we appreciate it.
The whole thing you asked me for, I didn't even write down. So.
No, I know it. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you caught it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm all heightened too because of what happened.
And that is 100% wrong. So it's not a problem.
Well, yeah, because you attacked it, of course.
So the incident number that I told you to get is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you need, the incident.
Okay.
447.
And then I go on a website to look it up.
No, kind of. But let me go back. Let me explain it, and if you have questions, I'll address both.
Okay.
She's technically the victim. Let me address her, and then if you have questions or I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
5 people, I'm not doing that with.
No worries.
Here's that, so you have that. So what I tried to explain it before is that we deal with a lot of crime reports, which is usually suspects are no longer there. And that's when people are like, I need a copy of my receipt, I need whatever, maybe they're used to that yellow copy.
Right.
I can show it to you.
Yeah, I was like,
It's basically a crime report. So she asked, and I'm just going to recap some.
Right.
We don't have a crime report because we have an arrest. A crime report is in lieu of an arrest when the person's gone. So
Gotcha.
It's time for further investigation. The detective gets that report. We have 30 days to investigate that. On certain types of crimes, we have less time. But ultimately, that's why we want to make sure all that information is factually correct. We sometimes have things transposed, like, I heard this thing. That's why we say, hey,
We want to be able to repeat that back to you. Now, since someone else has your personal information, that's not good. If I talk a little louder, you know, you could be really quiet, like, hey, my email is this. And I'm like, what's your email is? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right,
And
right.
it's like, great, congratulations, you've had that email your entire life, or your phone number your entire life, and now it's out there. And
In the world.
Yeah, and that's
Exactly.
not good.
We don't want that.
Threats, and we've had that situation most recently where people have come in here and people are saying that it was broadcasted. And now we're dealing with that. So, as a matter of moving forward, I'm just going to.
For privacy.
It is. And
It's for privacy. I get that.
it's a safety thing. Again, you want to go out there and film, I can care less. Okay. You know, it's outside or Lincoln Marcus, that all this sort of stuff. It's Hollywood. Anyways, so as for the report, there was a physical arrest, meaning PPA.
Yep.
Do you understand the PPA process? Okay. A lot of people don't. Basically, in short, we have like a misdemeanor, felony. Misdemeanors go to the city attorney's office. DA gets a felony. A felony charge could be kicked down to a misdemeanor. A battery is a sexual assault battery, which is like touching, pushing, kicking, whatever it may be. In this case, hit you with your hand, whatever you have ready. So it's something that
Mine shouldn't talk. Right.
whatever.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Guys.
Zachary Ellison. Zachary Ellison, please can you just go?
Go outside, please.
Please go outside. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
But see how
Loud
this is how
it
it
gets.
goes.
Yeah.
And you can hear, even over here as it starts echoing, that's why I brought you here, because it's better with my right ear, I can hear this here back.
Yeah,
We're on your team.
I'm with you. I got that.
You're on our team.
Yeah,
We're on
yeah,
your team,
I'm,
okay?
you know, 40, in my early 40s, and it's too young to be that way, but nevertheless.
It happens. Getting old is a bitch.
It is. And working nights and tired.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. So this is a city attorney case. Since it's an arrest, there are certain sections where we cite them out. It depends on what we were discussing before. I couldn't tell her off the bat because if the person has warrants, should work by a judge, probation, parole, anything like that. I don't want to get
Previous.
Yeah, you know, certain things. If there's 15 arrests for the same type of crime, that may meet the criteria now. Some of them are cited out, that kind of stuff. So to answer your question, the person that was cited out, which is in the thing, it's a physical arrest, but it's different than a crime report. So we could have actually taken like a crime report and just let it go. But because you demanded the PPA aspect of it right there, and it met the elements of that, witnesses, whatever, video, again, I haven't read the report, so I can't tell you what's in there. You can get a copy of that down the road if you want to. But since it amounted to that, that's why we accepted that. If it doesn't meet the elements of a crime, then we're just going to go. But obviously, there was an investigation, the officers found that time. If there was no reasonable suspicion following the yeah, I don't know.
You haven't seen that yet.
No,
Right.
I understand.
What's that? I'm getting the sign.
So, what was your other question? I like threw you in your head.
No worries.
Is there anything else?
With the number.
Oh, the incident number. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
So the incident number, a lot of people get confused, and part of the reason why I'm taking more time now is just so we can pass on that information. LAPD has an incident number, meaning like 0001 at midnight. Sure as heck, within 1 minute, there's probably 2 or 3 or 4 days ago. So we calculate every single radio call throughout the night, whether those are goes to a traffic stop, whether it's generated, whether it's a citizen calls in, everything is generated. So if you call R&I, which is a recommended identification, you can get a copy of that kind of stuff.
Can I write that down?
Yeah, sure.
We call R9.
Call 311, which is a city operator. And then it's, oh, yeah, actually. This is the yellow copy that you know.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And this has a phone number on it.
Yeah, so you have mid-walk.
RN.
You know what, don't disregard, just follow the instructions here.
All the instructions right there.
She's much smarter than I.
All right. Thank you so much.
So you can get a copy of all that kind of stuff, whatever it may be. It's a city, since it's a misdemeanor, it's a city attorney case. I'm telling you, it doesn't happen fast because they get all the felony arrests, they get all the physical arrests, they get all the crime reports. It can take a month, it can take 2 months, or whatever we.
Before the information's up, or before something happens, or?
Any number of things before they even review it. Because like for us on a crime report, we have 30 days of an investigation. So imagine 30 days because we're still working on cases. You know, they're constantly coming. They never stop.
29 days ago. Right.
Yeah, murders.
They
Just crime reports are crime reports about crime reports.
We live in LA.
It goes up. And then it's a matter of if there's someone in custody, if it's been cited out, if they've been bailed out, or if there's zero bails. You know, there's a whole slew of issues. You know, be political, but that's just the reality. It doesn't happen tomorrow. Right. Sometimes people have the false hope of like, oh, by the way, tomorrow my case is going to. No. It's wait a week or two, even then. So you have an option. You can follow up with our city attorney's office, call 311, which is the city operator, or call the number that's on the
And I say, I have an incident number.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. So everything is tracked by the incident number. At some point when the report comes in, then the watch commander will sign off on the report, make sure all the elements are there. If there's additional things or corrections, spelling, whatever, little minor small stuff like that. Then the watch commander signs off on the report, goes to the records. They create a DR number, which is basically like a master report number, and then that one right there. So you can call back in a couple of days from now and get the DR number if you want to do that.
DR?
Yeah, but honestly, the incident number will be just fine. It'll be sufficient. So if you call there, you'll get a copy of it. But if you call R&I tomorrow and you're like, hey, Monday, it's not. No. So don't waste your time. I think there's a way you can even mail it in if you want to get a copy. That's fine too. But don't be surprised if it takes 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks because it's got to go through multiple reviews. It's got to go from the officer to write the thing. It's got to go to the supervisor, it's got to go to records, it's got to go to a detective, it's got to be the city attorney's office, and then at that point we got to get this disposition. Whether they're going to do a city attorney hearing, file the case, whatever they need, operator check, further investigation, and it's going to come back, and then we do more follow-up, or maybe it goes back, and then we decide a disposition. And then at that point, you probably want to do it. So if you do it too soon, we only get bits and pieces of the report, and then you have to pay for it all the time.
You pay for the report? It costs me money?
Yeah. Yeah,
So do I need the report?
It's up to you
if you end up going to court, you can always ask them for a copy.
And they would give it to me for free there?
I don't want to say that, but if you take a picture, we've had people.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, but what he's saying is like if you jump on if you go too quickly, you just only get bits.
You may not get the detective follow-up, but you get the crime report.
Yeah.
Or you can call right now. They may say, well, the only thing on file is the incident report, which means the officers responded, and it's going to come back with just them responsible.
If I don't do anything, then will they respond to reach out to me and say you have a court date on this day, or like what's the next step?
Potentially, that sometimes happens. So again, without knowing, I don't know much about it. I just know bits and pieces of it. Obviously the cell phone, the argument, whatever it was. To answer your question, if it goes to court, then your investigating officer will reach out to you and say, hey, with the misdemeanor cases, they generally mail stuff because it could be like a city attorney hearing, where it's like, hey, it's like kind of borderline if they want to file charges, but we don't want this to continue, so why don't you both come in and talk about it, and we're going to set the law straight per se and say, this is what you're accused of, this is your victim, don't do this, this is how to make it separate from them. You can also get restraining orders and that kind of stuff too. If you think it's going to continue, honestly, personally, don't think it's going to continue. I have my own personal opinion. I wasn't there, but I can tell you hypothetically in the past, y'all are a little aggressive. Like, let me give you a different example, okay? We have people on the boulevard all the time that are, we call it panhandling. They call it CDs or, the photographers come take my picture. In the legal world, it's like panhandling. It's called aggressive panhandling, which means it's like, oh, no, you're going to pay me everything. And then somebody comes back and goes, get away from me. Well, technically, you're pushing them away because you're within the private. If I come up to you and I'm sorry, if I get a little comfortable, right? At a certain point, you get a little in your personal space, right? That's a natural human phenomenon. Okay? What do you do to protect that? Is it a natural reaction to be like, get away from me, whatever? Or you step back, and if they keep doing it, then that way. So that's why, like, city attorney hearing is like, hey, you're kind of borderline. I don't think anybody needs to go to jail because it's a misdemeanor, so it'd be up to 1 year in jail. Again, maybe not if there's damage to the phone. Again, many different levels of review, different things. I'm just letting you know there's a difference between truly filming and having a passion for whatever your organization may be, and then having maybe unintentional people involved. Like if someone's just walking down the street and you're like arguing this point and they're trying to path, just be careful when you like walk in the path.
Oh, we know not to walk the path.
Not everybody does.
Yeah,
I'm not concerned about any of that. Like, me personally, I'm absolutely not the aggressive type of us.
I understand that, but
or too close to people. So
just being friendly to warn y'all.
I know that you're familiar with maybe other stories, but in this case, I really not.
Okay, that's fair, and I appreciate that. If what I'm more or less trying to say is, this is a lot of work for us, right? Because we have to do a thorough investigation with for video, with the it's not, it doesn't matter what the case is, we still do the same research and everything we can to get the best possible case of what the facts bring us. We're just professional fact writers. That's all we do. I don't pick sides.
We have everything on video, so
But I can tell you, I have seen other people bring in videos and said this is what it may be, and there's a cross back and forth, back and forth. And at some point, you don't want to end up being in the same position as the agency.
There's absolutely zero, and we have it from many angles. I'm
not saying you did anything wrong tonight. I'm just giving you just something to think about.
I understand about those situations. Okay. This is very different.
Okay. And I wasn't there, and I haven't seen it.
Right. So.
All I'm trying to say is just please be mindful that if you have a cause, make sure you don't contribute to the cause, like to somebody else reacting. Right. For example, again, I don't know the situation tonight, but if you cause somebody and you're blocking their path, right, and you're like, you can't buy that could be considered against the law. And if somebody goes, get out of my way, and someone does, well, I want them arrested for a private person in battery, well, are you the contributing factor to that?
All of those have nothing to do and not relevant to
Right. He's just in general.
What I want to know is like, what's the next steps for me as far as if they'll reach out to me when it's time.
Yeah,
they'll send you a letter most likely. Like 4 or 5 weeks, you can actually call in and get the RA number. And get that.
That'd probably be within a couple days. Yeah, if you truly need it. I mean,
I don't truly need a letter unless it's helpful or whatever.
Well, it may state that you're going to court.
Yeah. So
you want to show up for court.
The letter might show up to me saying I need to go to court.
Yeah, exactly. So you could get a disposition.
That's what I'm interested in, this kind of.
Yeah, you could get a disposition. Well, I try to get everything. So in case you have a question, you could get a disposition of not enough to proceed, or rejecting sufficient evidence, or there's many different reasons that the city attorney decided that something to do with us. It has to do with them, from a prosecution standpoint. They could do a city attorney hearing, which means they bring you in and they just basically talk to you or talk to the other person. They could decide, no, we're going to actually proceed to a court. They could do a preliminary hearing, they could do a trial. I mean, there's many different levels. I can't say.
Excuse me, but whatever it is, I'm going to get a letter saying what I need to do. Yes. That's all I want to know. Yes. What are my instructions? That's what I care about. Right. I know about what I did and what I didn't do and what she did. And so no worries on all the stories of other people outside of myself. I just want to know what I need to do.
And if you do need a copy of whatever may be public information, you could even get a copy of that, as long as the person knows the incident location, because it's public information. Okay. So that's why, again, this is full circle, just to tell you everything, is that we want to make sure, like we do confidential reports, we protect first name per se, but if somebody says, oh, well, this is your incident number, now they get it, now they publish it and say, hey, this is Jimmy John, and now we protected their name of Jimmy J confidential, and then this is Jimmy John's report, and now we just went over it. Exactly, and I've had that happen, so I don't want to put anybody unknowingly into any type of a danger or something like that. And again, all due respect to people for whatever they believe in, we're the only people that stand in the middle of the lines when two people are arguing back and forth. We have an awful job, but somebody's going to do it. And whether you agree with that or disagree, I'm just saying, that you come in here one day, if I go out there and it's like, hey, you're blocking the sidewalks or whatever it may be, or whatever it may be,
I say, yes, officer.
That's all I ask. That's all. We're trying to give you points to say, hey, I don't. No, and I appreciate it. And I think the reason why I'm talking about you, I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate where you
I wish I could even show you just so you can see that you're talking to like the sweetest girl.
No, because I mean, again, no offense to her, but it's like, give me the courtesy to like tell you what you asked. I mean, and the way I work personally, y'all can't ask questions at the same time. Did I answer all your questions? Did I answer? And I do this every single day. I've done it for 19 years. Did I answer all your questions? You still have more? Okay, hold on a second. Let me make sure you're totally satisfied. You're totally satisfied, and we move on. Okay? Do you have any questions?
Pretty much the solution or the answer is that I will get a letter saying the next steps.
You should. And if you don't, then and then I let you know it's a city attorney case, not a DA. So
and I call them in.
Yeah, you can call them and just say, I made a report on about this date and time. Hasn't been seized. They'll run your name, that kind of stuff, and they'll say, oh, it's still pending. It's not there. City attorney hearing, because sometimes on city attorney hearings cases, or maybe they may not require you to come in. They may just tell somebody like, hey, here's the video, what happened. There's no need to take a day off of work or whatever your situation is.
Right.
Have you come
and I
in.
do. I work with kids.
No, that's cool. That's awesome. But I guess my point, and I appreciate it, it's not the minimize, but the point is let's say you're the suspect for a second, I'm the judge. Do I really need you to come in if it's the attorney hearing? If I've decided already the CA is not going to prosecute, but we want to make sure you're aware that this is not okay, we're not going to bring you in. We're going to bring you in and say, hey, here's the physical evidence of the video. This is the law. Do you understand that you're right on that gray area? And if you do it again, you may get 6 months of unsupervised probation. And after that, the case attorney. That would be like a city attorney, roughly. You can look up what the city attorney needs.
What if they say that you are guilty? Would she automatically be called in then?
Well, no, because I've had cases before where people have pled no contest, right? Like arraignment. I'm not going to expand on the whole legal system. In short, somebody gets arrested, they go in front of a judge, it's an arraignment. All that means is that they were given the charges that is pending. They never read their bail out, or the judge may say, okay, we're going to raise the bail, lower the bail, under cognizance, whatever it may be. And then you go to preliminary hearing, and the preliminary hearing is like, well, these are the facts, it's enough that we bring in all the witnesses, and they say, okay, well, we have enough to go to potential trial, and that's where negotiations are back on if they're going to what they call settle a case or whatever. But on most misdemeanor cases, and again, you can call the city attorney's office and say, this is not, again, not to minimize your victim of crime, okay, I get that. But it's not the most egregious crime compared to, let's say, a felony battery, and they cut your lip open. It's still someone getting punched. Technically, by definition, they require stitches. The DA may come back and say, you know what, it's 2 stitches, it doesn't really mean. But the city attorney may say, no, you know what, you may do 6 months on that one, because that's a significant thing. Versus just pushing somebody to do something.
I don't mind that I have to wait. I just want to make sure that I don't miss it.
You won't. If you're within 30 to 60 days, you're going to be hurt.
I'm just more like emotionally scared,
I get it. I totally get it. And that's our job to basically explain the process. And again, it's that's why, again, if you bring someone who's a support person, I have no problem with that at all. It's just, it doesn't realistically, 9 people is not really true.
Go on first, you first. And I have a last question.
We're just here trying to get the kids out of Scientology because there's a lot of SA happening.
Yeah.
There's so much going on behind that. I don't know if you've ever studied it yourself.
I'm not well versed by it by any means.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I understand the passion, and as a police officer, detective, sergeant, and I've done kind of many different hats here. I understand, but we are the unfortunate souls that have to be
in the middle.
And literally, when there's a skirmish line, and we have to set. You're neither. You can see that because they're religious people in there. Whatever mean, it doesn't really matter what it is.
I need to file a complaint against you.
That's fine. Go outside. We'll have
I'm not going outside. I have to film it here. 148G does not say anything about that.
Yeah, it does actually.
No, it doesn't.
William, right now you're interfering. I'm
not interfering. Am I interfering with your investigation?
No, you're not. Absolutely.
Do you want me to document your conversations with Detective Rand? He's a dirty detective. I think it's a good idea that we document.
He can make a complaint or whatever it may be, but what I'm telling you is we're discontinuing any type of investigation. I can call you. We can step outside wherever it may be, but we're no longer going to allow anybody in here when we're doing reports like that. And I don't care who it is. We're going to anybody else. We can get your phone number.
Now, can you tell me what constitutes the reason why I'm not allowed to film in public?
The reason behind that, they put you in it. Now my focus is over here. He's aggressive, he's abusive, and most people come inside right here, and this is exactly the section we're doing right now.
Okay, so what is the section? Can you?
We're talking second. Okay.
Minnie, do you want me to document your interaction?
Thank you. And this is exactly right here. So keep this note.
She has a right to have her interactions documented.
You all understand each other, right? You all friends, but imagine a poor person coming in here and having that abusive language and things like that.
Abusive language? She's a victim here. She wants to document it. She has a right to have this documented.
I'll be happy to. Folks, sir. You can document whatever you want with them outside right now. As of right now, I've already gone through. I've given you the reasons behind all that stuff and the reason you have my contact with me. And I'll be happy to help you at any time, but I'm not going to handle this. What's that? Well, you talk to your supervisor?
So why are we not?
You talk to supervisor, yes or no?
I'm sorry?
You talk to the supervisor?
Yeah, I need to talk to you.
And I also know your name, sir.
You kicked me out. Can I have your name?
But I need your name, sir. Is your policy, sir?
Wow, so I hope you guys got all that. We've got his card, his business card and everything. Yeah, because Street knows his shit. You know, Street knows the law. And he's actually has a complaint against that officer because I don't know the whole story, so I can't comment on it. But it's just unbelievable. But I kind of held my phone down as I was filming. So did you guys hear all that? Were you able to listen to some of that? Did you get any of that? Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad it got that. Beautiful. Yeah, so Mindy's got to just, wait like 4 or 5 weeks, call, get the report number and all that. And then from there, she'll be notified if she's going to court and all that. But you guys heard all that. Anyways, I'm exhausted. So we'll just give you an idea right now what's going on right now with the officer in Streets.
Whatever his reasoning that he gives.
And so I'm just going to put my phone back down like I had before.
So, why don't you read 148 G to us? Why don't you tell us? You guys aren't actually very good with law. Rand, I know you.
As of right now, anybody who's interfering,
Nobody's giving it. You're interfering with us.
Are you just going to keep talking?
You're interfering with us. Rand, go back inside. Go do some more.
No, because I'm thinking about question. This is exactly.
Did you guys ask any questions? Nobody asked for anything. You're just...
I asked a question. You already gave me that. Sir, don't talk to me like that. You already gave me a story.
Rand, you're not just all that was unnecessary. You see, he's just
The chip in the shoulder still
He's recorded the
He's a
whole
huge
time.
drama queen who thinks that he understands. Now remember, this is how
I was allowed to have this recorded the whole time, and he said that he would arrest anyone, including me, who had the.
You have a right to receipt of your interactions.
He denied my right.
I know that.
He violated my rights.
And he put this up.
Guys, this is a place of business. Would you answer phone calls and have people in here? Do me a favor, keep a clear path on the side right there.
He said he would arrest somebody, and I
This
did
makes
want
really clear. Can
somebody
you
to
let them know to
report.
keep a clear path? It is.
I did want somebody to report. What?
Yeah, just keep a clear path in case anybody needs to come in. That's what they're requesting.
What is really taking so long?
Nothing.
Are they calling reinforcements or what?
He was explaining everything to us. She was asking about the process of the lawsuit, like the legality, what happens from here. So it takes 4 to 5 weeks for them to complete the investigation and all that. She'll receive a letter in the mail. And then from there, it'll say whether she's going to show up at court or not. And if the DA finds the lady guilty, they'll charge her. At that point, they could charge her without her having to show up to court, or they'll just charge her, and then they may bring her in as a witness, but they've got the video. They'll review the video, and from there, they'll make their decision.
Okay.
She's got the RA number, so she in like 4 to 5 weeks, she can actually call and get all the information.
Yeah, did they let the lady go, or is she being processed?
I was just about to ask that when Street came in, and
Okay.
that just stopped the conversation. So he stopped our conversation.
Which is fine because the guy said we can't film in there, and that's completely BS. Right? It's BS.
I got it all.
Are they threatening to take Streets in, or?
No, he's just, Street's got a relationship with them here, and he knows the law, and he knows
He's asking for the supervisor.
and he's asking for the supervisor because
like,
he
"All right,
quoted
this guy
like
doesn't wanna do
he's
the
like, oh, you
job
guys
he's
can't
supposed
film da 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 da
No.
with code da 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 da. I forget the code right now. My mind's so big.
640 something.
Whatever. And so he's like, repeat the code to me. Read it right now. And he's like, I'm not gonna do that right now. And
Good,
so
then
that's when he
you're
said,
saying
give me
you
this,
have no
give me your
more,
sergeant. Exactly.
Authority to be in this
Exactly.
conversation with me.
Exactly.
Cool. There you go, guys. So everything.
Yep. And I kept my live on the whole time when we were talking.
Yeah.
So it will be on my channel.
Awesome.
I call him
Literally Michael, right?
Literally Michael. At literally Michael.
Nice. So literally Michael. Thank you for being good dude the whole time.
Yep.
And when
Thanks,
you
guys.
have an interaction with officers, and I say this all the time, you should always document. You should film every interaction with them. So for him to deny the right, I'm finally complaining against Randy for telling you to put away the. Huh?
Okay, guys, I am so exhausted. I'm back. Yeah, Street's a fighter. I mean, I don't know his whole story here, but every time he's around, he knows what. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I was hoping I did. Um, you know, typical cop. That's what I'll say. I mean, I just was trying to keep the peace and so that we can get it all, and so keep her calm as well and have her some support. And it's just wild. I'm just telling you, it just shows you, you know. And once again, connected to Scientology, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh my God. You know, and I was just getting to the part where I was asking him, like, do you understand what they're doing with the kids in there? And exactly. And he said, we were just about to get into that, and then Streets came in. So then, because of that moment and whatever's going on between him and Streets, he had to like end our conversation because of her privacy. Yeah. Yeah. And I would love to say that word all the time. I just say P. From now on, you guys that are following me, if I say P, that's what that means. Because there's definitely a lot of P persons inside of Scientology. And when it happened to a few of the people that I know that it happened to, they they went out too deep, and then they go to the children and say, well, what did you do to pull this in and make this happen? This is your fault. And they end up making it more the kid's fault than the other one. And then they turn around and they go to the P person and say, well, in order for you to get clear, you have to go get audited, and then you have to take all these courses, and then you're going to have to pay all this money, and then we will do a report and see if you clear, and if you can get cleared from it all, then we will allow you to stay. And sometimes, and a lot of the times, they actually have the person move from that Scientology building to another one. So let's say they were in Florida and this happened and they went out to D with a child and they got caught, then they actually have them do all that stuff and they'll move them to LA or they'll move them somewhere else. So it's just ridiculous that they get away with it. Yeah, and the kids cannot consent. And their fucking story is they're adults in little bodies. Adults in little bodies, my ass. I mean, of course, when you're a little kid, you want to be an adult and you want to feel like an adult. And so you can only imagine how that fucks with your psyche as a little kid, having to deal with that all the time. You know, like being treated as if you're like golden. And like Serge was treated like he was you hear him. He's a whiz kid. I mean, I'm like, I can't touch him. When he shares. Oh, hold on for 1 second. I'm going to come over here. Okay. Oh, you did? Okay, here comes Street.
Making him file a complaint against his colleague in there. I don't care. I'm just going to send it to the chief. The chief will make sure that this has to get filed properly. This means this what goes on here means nothing to me. It's just that's a fucking.
What would just hold him pushing you into that? Is that just kind of like?
He doesn't want to be on camera.
But it's hilarious that you're live and then I just showed you.
Yeah, Serge is so talented.
She gave you too much
Another night, yeah. I mean, look at the support.
I'll text you again. Yeah.
I know his little voice playing the guitar. Do you hear?
Oh yeah, the flag is here, so they were playing it.
Oh my God, he's got the best voice.
Good, you good.
Yeah, that's what Laura just said. It's that blue.
Well, no, we're checking because I don't know. I'm just
Okay, so now the cops are somewhere else. I think at one of the buildings again. Okay. Oh my God, I am so tired. But it's like you see, it's like so, guys. What I do when I go home is I take a bath and just kind of chill out and relax and listen to some Buddha music and just thanks. Okay, they're waving us to go, so we're off into the car.
Where's the address for a bourbon?
I don't know. Just look up. Just Google it.
Valley Org. Just type
It's the
Valley
same.
Org.
It's
I just go by
Scientology Valley Org.
right, but that isn't that where we were the other night?
Yeah,
it's the
but
same place.
I took the train. I didn't. I got it.
You got it. You got it. Okay. So something's going on. So that we're gonna go check it out. Here we go. So what's the story?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
They've been calling the cops all night on her, I guess.
When have you have children to do your audits? Which screenshot are coming in and out of here?
So they called the cops so the cops would give them a ride to the cars.
Oh, they left already? Okay. So what they ended up doing is one of the people who's protesting out in the valley, they called the cops so the cops can actually take the people from the building because they don't want to be, told that they're in a cult. And so they, I guess, are acting as a valet service to these people now. Does it surprise you? Doesn't surprise me. Oh my God. Joe, I don't know the name of the lady who's screaming right now. Let me see here. Let me go back there. Mindy. So her name's Mindy. Let me find her really quick and I'll have her give us her Instagram or YouTube, or let me ask her.
What the? Are there. They're guarding the exit so Scientologists can walk to their car.
I know, it's just crazy, right? Just crazy. Hey, Mindy. Mindy,
Yes.
say your YouTube channel for me, so everybody can follow
my
you.
YouTube is at Mindy Willens, MindyWillens. That's my everything pretty much. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. But this is my backup account because I'm bananaed right now on TikTok. Saying that, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, support means so much. Just you guys. It just brings tears to my eyes. It's like, oh my God. You know, I want to say, yeah, Willens. Joe, did you get that? Can you repost that? There you go, right there. Thank you, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, I'm just like so just hits me so many different ways. Hits me so many different ways. But you guys, your support means everything, and it's like when I met. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. When I met Serge, I was like most of the general public out there that really didn't understand what was really going on behind the walls. I was, you know, if you would have asked me then, a day before Serge came into my life, that magical moment, I might have said something completely different about Scientology because it's just an interpretation that I had from just a general public perception. And then be where I am today, to be where I am today, I have it on the video, so you can watch it in the very beginning. I actually video recorded it from her phone, and you can actually see what happened. Is she was standing there, and the lady got out of Uber, and she had her little sign saying, you know, Scientology is a cult, Scientology is a cult, don't go in there. And evidently she was on her way in there, and then she just like reached out and grabbed her phone and ripped it out of her hand and threw it down and I don't know if she pushed her or whatever. I don't want to say that because I'm not sure if that's the fact, but I know, I did see the attack from the woman to her grabbing her phone. I know, you know, exactly. So, you know, Patrick Perry is another one that just like, they just let him go. And if you look at the videos of Aaron, when he's talking and he turns like this, you can see right here where the guy slugged him and his whole head was just red. And then that night I was talking to him at the place that they were singing karaoke at afterwards, just to kind of come down off the whole day, is like, he said for like, I don't know, more than a few days it was sore. We wanted him to go to the doctors and just to make sure that he was okay. And, you know, we all like, oh, I'm fine. So I don't know if Aaron ever did, but yeah, no, there was definitely red marks there, and it was just really just horrible. God. So what I was saying is like, that moment that I met Serge, my understanding of Scientology started changing, and to be where I am today, I never thought I'd be here today, speaking with all of you wonderful people watching, and you poor horrible people that are locked up in that cult, thinking that it's your family and they care about you. I mean, you see how they really react with caring about you. I mean, go look at Nora's video. See how much they care about her. People knew what was going on, and we know who knew what was going on. Okay, let me see what we're doing, because I want to see if we're going to move or if we're going to say, are we going or what are we?
Yeah, they're not even.
Okay.
So we're figuring it out right now, I guess.
Okay. I think I'm going to go sit in the car for a little bit. Okay, so they're just kind of figuring out what a next tack is.
That they might go through the process and then decide that even I'm the bad guy and that I would even need to go to jail for a year for misdemeanor. There's it's a chance. Yeah, that's what he said.
No, I didn't really get that. I mean, he was dancing a lot. He was saying a lot of, and I love the fact that you stopped him and you kept asking him, I want to know about my case. I want to know about me.
Us about like
the group is aggressive. We're the bad guys, and I'm like,
he's like, I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's like gonna.
Yeah.
And you're in there like you're the victim, but.
You see how he's doing this?
Joey, what are you doing?
You file something, you serve them, and then you come right where they're at.
Who's that?
Huh?
Chris wants.
Who's that?
He wants you.
Joey?
Chris.
He's the guy that filed the restraining order.
Video of what that guy said and give it to the film police. Will over there.
To who?
That should go viral.
So to who?
To Will Streets. Police LA.
Yep.
Because they shouldn't be threatening her like that. That is not.
Well, I wasn't in there when they were threatening her that she couldn't film and all that. But I was there when he was saying that you can't film with us. And that's when I put my camera down and left it filming. Okay, so... Okay. Yeah, they're just ridiculous. Well, you know what? In fact, that's what, when we first arrived, when I walked up the streets, he was talking about it, and his court case with him is on the 9th, and I told him that we would go there and support him, so we'll be at court on the 9th. Oh my God.
Imagine that, you guys.
Okay, so
showing up.
I'm gonna let Serge grab my phone so I can get us moving here.
No, we're not
moving yet? Okay.
So let's just answer questions.
Okay, if you guys have questions.
So who just showed up, you guys, his name is Joey. He just filed a restraining order against Streets LA. That was being read on our live when we just got to Celebrity Center. And he's one of the OSA ops being used to steer trouble. So obviously the LAPD that needed rescue called this man to come over here and, steer some problems, because why not? Imagine that the LAPD needs rescuing.
That doesn't surprise me. They use all the tactics. Thank you, love, for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I really want to jump off, but I don't want to jump off. I'm just trying to figure out. So I think we're just
jump off where?
My YouTube.
Why do you want to jump off?
I don't know. We're not jumping off. I'm just seeing what time it is here because I'm exhausted. I'm like,
1 second.
I'm just
Mute it.
Here, I'm gonna mute it for a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. Serge is taking over. I'm gonna, jump over to his live. I'm gonna say goodnight for tonight, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you, Love It, for jumping on and taking care of us today. Really, really appreciate all your effort and all your love, and Joe as well. Thank you for being there. Really, really appreciate it, and thank you, everybody for being here, and just your support means so much to us. So good night, everyone.
Yeah, you guys, we're gonna get on the move and